In the beginning, Brazil's economy relied primarily on sugar production and the exploitation of gold and precious stones. Gold was discovered bringing Portuguese settlers into Brazil. The discovery of gold and Brazilian gemstones. The discovery of gold brought migrants from the coastal plantation over to the interior of the country, together with new immigrants from Portugal. In 1693, rich gold deposits were discovered in the region of present-day Minas Gerais. Diamonds were discovered in 1721. The boom in gold and diamond mining, like that of sugar, was followed by the rise of another important source of wealth for which Brazil is well known today: coffee growing. Coffee plantations drew even more foreign immigrants to the country. These economic activities helped shape the country's territorial expansion up to the 19th century. From 1875 until 1960, about 5 million Europeans immigrated to Brazil, helping make it have the largest population in Latin America and ranking 5th in the world. Brazil prides itself on being open to all races. 6 major groups make up the Brazilian population: the Portuguese, who colonized Brazil in the 16th century, Africans brought to Brazil as slaves, and various other European, Middle Eastern, and Japanese, and other Asian immigrants groups who settled into Brazil in the mid-19th century. The majority of people live in the South Central area. This includes the industrial cities of São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Belo Horizonte. Although Brazil was originally Portuguese, ways of immigration contributed to a diverse ethnic cultural heritage. Today, Brazil has a growth rate of 1.1% and covers nearly half of South America, being the continent's largest nation. Brazil borders every nation on the continent except Chile and Ecuador. Brazil may be divided into the Brazilian highlands in the south and the Amazon River in the north. The largest cities currently are São Paulo with over 18 million people, and coming in second is Rio de Janeiro with almost 11 million. Most international disputes began around the Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay borders. Illegal narcotics trafficking and arms dealing has been at the top of their problems for many years. Money laundering and smuggling is a major problem in Brazil as well. So there's a little brief glimpse about the history of Brazil. Next, Aspen will be talking to you about the Brazilian etiquette. Thanks.
Brazil, when compared to America's customs and level of etiquetteness, contrasts completely. When meeting, men will shake hands and hold steady eye contact while doing so. However, when a woman wants to greet a man, she should extend her hand first, not him. Women greet by kissing each other, starting with the left and alternating cheeks. Also, hugging and backslapping are common gestures between friends. Thanks, Lindsay.
No problem.
Brazilians are direct in most situations. Communication in most cases is informal, and they do not rely on strict rules of protocol. Brazilians are not shy, and if anyone has something to say, they will generally add their opinion. While conversing, there is fair amounts of touching between two women and also a man and a woman. This includes, but not limited to, hands on shoulder, hands on hands, and hands on arms. Eye contact is an important part of a conversation. Direct contact is preferred over indirect, except for cases like maids, repair people, etc., who will avoid gaze with their employer. To Brazilians, time is flexible. They care more about established relationships with people and completion of transactions than a set schedule. They would adhere to bus, plane, and train schedules, but will be expected to show up late to social functions. North Americans view the Brazilian perception of time as careless, but Brazilians often wonder why North Americans aren't more attentive to human needs. In Brazil, women are expected to do most cooking, cleaning, and household chores, etc. The work opportunity for women depend mostly on social class and status. Also, a woman going to a bar or a club alone or unaccompanied is not recommended. When invited to a party or social gathering, it is recommended to bring the hostess a small gift or flowers. Avoid giving any form of gift that is black or purple, for these are mourning colors. Also, a handkerchief is associated with a funeral, so avoid them as well. The gifts are opened when received. After receiving an invite to a Brazilian house, you must arrive at least 30 minutes late if the invitation is for dinner, up to an hour late if it is a party or large gathering. It is a custom to overdress rather than underdress. Also, if you forget to bring a gift, flowers the next day are greatly appreciated. In Sao Paulo and Brasilia, it is very important to arrive on time for business meetings. In Rio de Janeiro and other cities, it is acceptable to be a few minutes late. Since time is not an important concern in this culture, do not appear to be impatient. It is very uncommon for meetings to be canceled on short notice, since typically they are scheduled up to 2 or 3 weeks in advance. Brazilians negotiate with people, not full-on companies. They resent outside legal presence, so use local attorneys and accountants for negotiation. They pride themselves on dressing well. Men should wear conservative dark suits, while women should wear suits or dresses that are elegant and feminine. Now, take the dining etiquette that you learned and apply it to the food with Miss Lindsay LeBlanc taking over.
Thanks, Aspen. Now that Aspen's talked about the etiquette of Brazil, I'll be giving you a little bit of a taste of the cuisine of Brazil. As a popular street food could be seen as an appetizer, the acarajé is a meal of a fried ball of shrimp with black-eyed peas as well as onions, a little not too far from your traditional beans and rice dish. The next traditional main course, or the entree, is the fejado, which is a blackened bean stew with smoked meats. This specific dish takes a full day to prepare and should be served over a course of a weekend or a few days with some families and friends. The next dish, it could be served as a side dish, which is the pão de queijo, which is it's cheese bread. It can be served as an afternoon snack or as a side with dinner or lunch. Brazilian desserts are normally served with fruit. An example of this could be a passion fruit mousse tart, as well as the brigadeiro, which is a Brazilian candy. The pão de riso Maria is a layered cookie tart made with different kinds of fruits and berries. Some common ingredients that are normally seen within Brazilian dishes include beans, coconut, bean oil, dried and salted codfish, dried shrimp, lemon, Brazilian salad rice, and toasted Moniac meal. Some popular fruits that are known throughout Brazil, the first one being the acai berry. Thanks. They're dark little bluish purple berries. They're rich in carbohydrates and go great with ice cream. The next one is the guava, also known here as the guava, which is high in vitamins A, B, and C. It can be a white, green, or yellowish orange kind of color, seen just like this. The next, and definitely not the last or least fruit, is the passion fruit. Looks like this somewhat resembles a greenish, bigger lemon. It's common of the yellow variety and mixes well with desserts and other ice creams, such as the passion fruit mousse cake. I hope you enjoy my little taste of Brazilian cuisine, and next will be Omar talking about the music and how it inspires Brazil.
Thanks, Lindsay. Now, Brazil is full of diverse and lively music. It's considered tricultural with traditional Brazilian, Portuguese, and African as well. The Portuguese comes from the colonizers, as we spoke about before, and the African slaves that were brought over. Music is different within regions of Brazil, as it is a large country. It's different with the culture, the genre, and the religion. Brazil does, however, have its share of more popular genres. A few genres that made Brazil famous for its rich sound and ability to initiate movement and dancing are moda and fado, which is a Portuguese Catholic type of music, more sentimental. The lundu and maxiques are African styles of music with a semi-erotic type of dancing. The capoeira is also a musical style with the same name as its dance fighting style that you've probably seen. One genre in particular that is probably the most well known in the world from Brazil, or at least in the US, is the samba. Now the samba has a few styles. It's got a world-renowned carnival, and it's got plenty of rhythm for even babies to get into. The samba, there's a specific samba for the carnival that's made for dancing and lively music. The samba reggae is from Bahia in the east of Brazil, and it became popular later on. The bossa nova was created in the 1950s, and it's famous for its romantic and nostalgic lyrics of Brazil. That's more for Brazilians only. The fundo de quintal is more based on relationships and romance. The samba de gafieira is really popular within ballrooms and competition dancing. Now here's a little taste of samba for you. Now, here we're going to have Andrew present a little bit about tourism. Andrew?
Welcome to the beautiful Brazil. My name is Andrew, and today I'm going to be your travel agent as we explore the top 3 most popular and, in my opinion, the most exciting attractions in the country of Brazil. Here's Brazil. We're going to start off our trip at the peak of the Corcovado Mountains. Right here is the Corcovado Mountains. And visit Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer is a large statue of Jesus Christ located in Rio de Janeiro. It is located at the peak of 2,300 feet. The statue itself stands at 130 feet tall, which includes its 31-foot pedestal. Christ the Redeemer has become an icon of Rio and Brazil. Next, we're going to head south to visit Iguazu Falls. Iguazu Falls is one of the greatest wonders of the world. It is located at the border of Brazil between the borders of Brazil and Argentina. The waterfall system consists of 275 falls among the Iguazu River. The most impressive of all the falls is called the Devil's Throat. It is U-shaped with a height of 269 feet. On the Brazilian side of the falls, there is a walkway along the canyon and an extension to the lower base of the Devil's Throat. The last stop that we're going to take is far north of here to the Amazon River. The Amazon River is the third most popular attraction for tourists. It is approximately 4,000 miles long and is the second largest river in the world, just slightly shorter than the Nile River. The Amazon has over 3,000 recognizable species of fish, and new species are still being discovered. The Amazon basin is covered by half of the planet's remaining rainforest. Although a tenth of the world's estimated 10 million living species live in the Amazon rainforest, jungle tours are still more about boating upriver into damp, buzzing, oppressive ambience than actually spotting animals. Now we're going to go back with Omar for the conclusion.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, after looking at Brazilian culture, it isn't hard to see why the country is beautiful. Through its history, etiquette, food, music, and tourist attractions, it is popular for all the right reasons. So if you're looking for a vacation from life's pesky little problems, give Brazil a try.
Thanks.